Hey, hey, hey. Yes, sir. What is going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? What's going on this fabulous Saturday? What's up? What's going on? My good people, what's going on with you today? Welcome once again to the Big Time Show podcast that is being seen here live on Facebook, that is being seen live on YouTube and live on Periscope on today. What is going on with you on this evening? Don't want to be with you guys too long today, but we got something to talk about, obviously, today. What's going on, everybody? Hello to my family on Podbean that will be joining in, and also with all the various platforms that the Big Time Show podcast is on. What's up, Gary? I see you, man. What's up? What's going on? Listen, welcome to those that will be listening later here on Podbean, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadios, Pandora, LinkedIn, and Tumblr. Appreciate you guys that do not mind hanging with the boy today. We are here again. Of course, the music that you heard today was from my guy, Alec X Winters, who gives us the music that you just heard in our opening for the podcast show. I appreciate you guys. I'm sitting down low today. I don't know what's going on, but hey, it's all right. So, welcome to the show. Welcome, everybody. Today, let me just go ahead and just start with the obvious. We done talked about Dak so much and Dak's contract situation. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm sorry. What's going on, Nate? I see you there. Hey, Mike. What's going on, Mike Evans? Good to see all you guys coming to hang with your boy today. Hello on. Hey, big life S6135. Hello, Miss Ty. I see you. Hello, everybody that's popping in now. Let's go ahead and let's just get to it, okay? I only want to talk about today maybe really one, maybe two things. And of course, you guys are going to carry the show today because I'm quite sure all of you that are looking can have some type of input into what we are going to talk about today. Number one, we got the biggest thing out of the way, okay? We got Dak settled. Everybody knows that by now. We got it all settled. Everything settled. The contract is done. Dak is happy. Jerry and Steven are happy. The team is happy. Everyone is feeling a little bit better by what is going on. Hey, what's up, George? Yeah, George. Hey, George, y'all ain't no doubt. I'm geared up today. We are settled there, so we don't have to even really talk about that anymore. All these folks that still got hate for Dak is let it go. He ain't going nowhere. He's with us. If you say he's not elite, if you say he's not worth 40, if you say he's not good, all that don't even mean nothing now. He's a Cowboy. He's there. So you better get, all we can do is get used to it and let's roll. I personally love it. I think he should have been there, contract should have been signed 2 years ago, but as the old saying goes, better late than never. So he signed, okay? Get that out your head. Somebody may be popping in. Some folks may can't stand it. It's all right. Go drink you some, I don't know, get you some sweet tea or get you some Kool-Aid. Drink some great Kool-Aid. That always kind of settle people down. What's up, Gary? What's up, Gary? I see you. Hey, Tommy. I see you, man. Appreciate y'all popping in, helping your boy out. Well, listen, go get it over with, okay? Dak signed. Get used to it. Hey, get over it. Look, drink some coffee or something. I don't know whatever you do. Get over it. If you don't think he worth it, hey, it don't make no difference. Hey, Glenn, I see you done snuck in over there on Podbean. I see you, Glenn. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you joining in. Yeah. Thank you, George. George is a 49er fan, and George even know what time it is. You can see by his comment there, which is exactly what I'm talking about today. All right. Here's what we got to look at. Let's start with a little education first. Okay. Here at the Big Time Show, we have a lot of fun. We like to laugh and we like to check a little bit, but we are obligated to give a little factual information. I'm not sure, Cowboy fans, if you're aware of this, but I got to show you this. Those are on Podbean. I'll read it to you since you can't see it. But here's the little education that you have to have looking forward to seeing how we're going to build up the rest of this football team, okay? Here's what we got to see, and I'm about to put it in for you here. Little education. I'm going to take my right now. Here I am. So we have $207 million to play with because we had $25.4 million that rolled over from last year. All right. We can go after some folks now. I hope that the Jones family, hey, my sister's on. Hey, Darlita, I see you. My sister's on here. We have people now. We have the money. We have the funds that we can actually go after some folks now. Okay? Which led me to this. Where in the world, and this is where I need y'all help, and this is where the conversation will start now. Where do we need to help the most? And I'm strictly talking from a defensive standpoint. Okay? I got something in my head already. I just want to see exactly where you're going. Here, I guess I'll start it off. I think that from 3 levels of defense, defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, when you factor in the roster that we have, okay, when you figure out the roster that we have, Nate says defensive tackle. All right, I give you that. However, I want you to think. I want everybody to try to at least this is the way I thought about it. All right, I thought about big picture of everything. I'm not talking about what we need to go get a number one technique on defensive line. I'm talking about, okay, you can have that, but let's also look at the roster of what we already have. And once you look at what we already have, if you add another piece in, does somebody have to leave? Or does somebody that needs to be on the field cannot get on the field because of what you've done in free agency? Or if you go to the draft, where is the person going to play? That's kind of what I'm saying on all levels. My guy, Nate, says defensive tackle. I'm going secondary. All right. And I'll tell you why, and then you guys can give me everything else. I see you, Gary. Gary says created cap room report. It's the sign guys already there that they are essentially central guys to me of minimum importance. Sean and Jerry has always said that the smartest free agent signings are sometimes your own guys. I get that. We do have to do that. We got to fill out. We got to fill out the roster. I get that. But since we've never had this type of money that we could potentially go after somebody, that's the only difference between last year and really in this year. We really can go get some folks. I'm saying at least two bona fide free agents. I believe we can do that. Let me tell you why I say secondary. Check me out, Nate. Mike says safety, okay, which goes to secondary also. This is the reason why I say secondary. All right. And it's not because of what y'all may be thinking. Here's what I'm saying. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. I have something here. I got the depth chart here. Should I share this with y'all? Okay, y'all give me just a second. I'm gonna share this with you guys. All right. Let me share this because I don't want to misquote anything. Let me see if I can do this. here. You seen Cheeto. Cheeto stay hurt too much for me. But when he plays, he's not bad. He's a aggressive, secondary. I can play with Cheeto. I can. He will hit you. He's a good run support guy. He just can't stay healthy. I like him. I want to keep him. Anthony Brown, no, sir. Okay. So my question to you guys is, if we get rid of 2 of the 3, common sense kind of tell me, as much as I like Kyle Pitts and all these other guys you see there, it seems to me that you're going to probably end up getting a cornerback. That's my thought. I don't want it, but I'm thinking that's probably what's going to happen. What y'all think? Come on, talk to me real quick. I know we want a one technique to stop the run. I get that. But we got 3 free agents that are considered starters with, if you count slot cornerback as a starting position. I just think that we're gonna lose 2 out of the 3. I really do believe that they're gonna re-sign Cheeto. I will hope that they would sign Jordan Lewis. I will hope that they would do that, which would be just perfect. And then you get rid of Xavier Woods, and then from there, you make up your mind on how you want to do it, which brings in the free agency type thing. The kid Neal from Atlanta, who everybody think is going to find his way to Dallas because Quinn used to coach him too. If we do that, I love it. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, bro, Gary. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's just too many free agents there. I didn't even get to the depth chart. I just looked at the 3 starters that are free agents. And if you're thinking that we're going to sign all them back, I just think that would be kind of crazy. I hope that we sign 2 of the 3, and I hope they go ahead and let Xavier Woods go. But it seems like they like Xavier Woods. So I just think I don't think we're going to sign all 3. Gary says Richard Sherman would probably come over. Keanu Neal, maybe. Jordan Lewis, probably. Xavier is their pit cat. He'll be back, which is the problem. If Sherman, I just stick with Gary's comment. If Sherman comes over, somebody got to go. And availability is key. And when you look at Cheeto's Awuzie career in Dallas so far, he's been more hurt than he's been healthy. And I like Cheeto. I do. But being available is a big thing. And if you ain't available to play, that's going to hurt you in the long run when it comes down to this. Anthony Brown is horrible. Thank you, Gary. I don't even want Anthony Brown on the team, which is the reason why I'm saying that at pick number 10, and us Cowboy fans got dreams of let me just this just me. And I've been looking at it, and I've just been saying, here's my only way. Okay, they said, yeah, exactly. Here's another good cornerback, Casey Hayward from the Las Vegas Chargers. Did I say Las Vegas? I'm sorry, the Los Angeles Chargers. I'm sorry. Listen, if it's not that y'all don't have to agree with me, but here's my thought. At 10, if it's not Sewell or Pitts, we don't even have to think. I think that we need to go. I see you, James. Hey, James, welcome to the show, partner. If it's not Sewell or Pitts there at 10, I really do. I hate to say it. We need to go corner. I'm just looking at Podbean for a second. I see you, Glenn. Glenn said, I know this is the topic, but at some point I'd like to hear your view on Michigan State sports now having a corporate sponsorship in the name. Yeah, I got to do a whole separate show on that, Glenn. You're absolutely right. I can talk about it too because I know a little bit about it. Here's my viewpoint on it. I don't like it. that I have to expand on. I know you want me to expand on it, but I can't do it. You guys were talking about Case Hale. I like Case Hale with myself, but how much he gonna cost? That's the question. You see what I'm saying? See, and there's gonna be a whole lot of guys, these cap casualties that we're seeing around the league in the next few days. I mean, I'm talking about some quality, real players. And the question is, I heard the excitement with Dak, but at the same time in the press conference, I still heard that I didn't hear nothing about spending money on free agents. And that, of course, they're not supposed to tell their hand. I get all that. But they really do believe, it's kind of hard for me to believe that Steven is still not in this mindset of draft and develop. He's been doing that for a few years now. It's kind of hard for me to just think that he just going to have to show me. It's kind of hard to think he just switched his whole strategy up in a couple months. I just can't see it. Even though we got the money to play, I just can't see it. So my thing is, if it's not Pitts or Sewell at 10, I almost think we got to go cornerback. I do. I really do, because once you look at the landscape, let me put it up one more time for y'all. I want y'all to look at it again. Y'all see that in the box there. James Godwin said, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that they might surprise them picking a top linebacker. The idea is to pick up a safety cornerback. Then, to me, I like the one technique, which I call a stud muffin. But overall, I think they're going to pick up a linebacker and surprise a lot of people. Garrett said that they got to tighten up the middle DT linebacker safety spot. I'm gonna do this, y'all, because I can't keep up. I'm just gonna put it all there so y'all can see that. All right, y'all gonna start seeing your comments as I talk there. Gary says you got to tighten it up. Okay. Listen, I guess I'm coming from the common sense standpoint, and when it comes to us, something just not common sense. I just can't see us signing all four of those guys, so we got to fill in the gap. And if we have to fill in the gap, some of those gaps will be filled by the draft. And I'll tell you why I wouldn't want to draft a corner at 10. Because when you draft in the top 10, whoever you draft usually is a starter. You don't draft no guys in the first round that high and they ride the pine or become the third or fourth cornerback. That's not it. And the idea of us drafting Surtain, who probably will be there, or Fairley, drafting them at 10 and putting them out there as a rookie with Diggs on the other side, a second-year player, and Donovan Wilson as a safety. I'm sorry, y'all. I mean, rookie cornerbacks especially get tore up in the league. Diggs got destroyed at the first part of the year. He got it together at the end. Obviously, he got hurt, but Diggs got better every time we saw him. I don't want to take that chance on another rookie. I'm sorry, that's me. Which goes back to earlier about the free agency pool, which means why would you draft a guy at 10 if you're going to get another cornerback? You don't draft guys at 10 and then let them ride the bench all year. You don't do that. You don't do that. Gary says, well, if they want a linebacker at 10, though, Parsons not a top 10 guy to me to trade down and get an extra second pick Parsons later. That goes back to James. James, I'm going to have to kind of agree with Gary on that one. I like Parsons. I do. I like Parsons, James. But is he really a 10? I mean, I like him, but I don't like him at 10. You see what I'm saying? I don't like him at 10. I ain't even got to the linebackers yet. Gary, as you can see by the thing Gary said, that Diggs got destroyed. That's why you need a guy like Sherman on the squad. Well, that's my point, which goes, I'm trying to really, I'm rationalizing. And y'all guys help me. Let's work this theory that Gary has put up here. Y'all see it. You know, as I said, rookies get destroyed in the league. Cornerback rookies just get destroyed. I don't care who you are, unless you Deion Sanders or maybe Jalen Ramsey. Other than them two guys there, who came in was dominant. Everybody else got, it just don't happen. It's rare. These guys get destroyed in their first year. Based off that, I saw, if y'all don't believe me, y'all go watch Florida when they played Alabama last year and look at what Pitts did to Surtain. And y'all know by now, even though Pitts is a total different beast, he's not just a tight end. I mean, he can line up outside and everything else. I mean, Pitts is just a different type of dude. But watch Pitts. Pull up the game film. Y'all see it. Watch Pitts and just how he just totally annihilated. I mean, just destroyed him. Destroyed Surtain. So I ain't just sold on Surtain. If between Surtain and Fairley, I like Fairley more. But even with Fairley, he's a rookie. Coach Breedlove, I see you, man. I'm sorry I acknowledge you at first, Coach. Glad to have you here. Coach says 2 young corners could be the answer needed. Put 2 safeties behind them. A pass rush could help tremendously. Ooh, Coach, I don't know about that one. You got a lot of confidence Coach. Well, then, if you're going to pair up, I'm just going to take your thing. Coach, if you're going to pair up those 2 safeties, you better give me that Neal guy from Atlanta or go give me a safety that's a veteran to go put up beside Donovan Wilson. And that's the only way that's going to work because, we ain't playing no cover 2. Dan Quinn style is, kind of play man to man more than a zone. Well, he did with the lead. He did a little bit. Sherman plays a whole lot of zone too, but I don't trust that coach. I just don't. Not no rookie. Diggs, I trust Diggs now. Diggs okay now. But I don't trust no rookie cornerback. I don't. Coach said play a lot of cover 3 and man free. Yeah, but do Quinn run that, coach? I mean, I agree with that concept. If you told me we run a cover 3, coach, I'll roll with you on that. I will roll with that. I would. But maybe it's just my head, coach. I'm sorry. I just don't trust rookie cornerbacks. I just don't. Now they're coming in starting. I can't. That's just me. Gary says Desmond Trufant. Trufant is good. Trufant can work. You talking about Trufant can work. On down the list, I'm gonna tell you somebody who's good. Now he's not mentioned as one of the top corners, but I'm telling you, Asante Samuel Jr. can play. Now I'm just telling y'all. Now y'all, William Jackson is good. Thank you, Gary. I'm talking about these are the guys that ain't got the publicity yet. Coach Breedlove brought out a real good concept, though. I got to admit it. Really all depends on what scheme. I'm just not sure if Quinn ran a cover 3. I just don't remember running a cover 3 too much at all. I'm not saying he's not capable of teaching it or whatever. I just don't remember. And maybe that's because of the talent level that he had, obviously, in Seattle, and Atlanta. Maybe that's the case, but I just don't trust a rookie cornerback. Now, if you tell me we're going to get Sherman or Patrick Peterson or this the kid from the Chargers, then I'm with you. I'm with you. I just don't. That's why I say I don't know, coach, and everybody. I don't know that if you're adding veteran leadership, you're bringing the veterans in to start. I love Asante Samuel Jr. I love him. I love Asante Samuel Jr. I'm telling you now, I love him as a corner. He can hit you. He's fast, and he can cover. That's what you want a cornerback to do. I love him. He's got the pedigree, obviously, from his father playing, who's probably been teaching him all his life from that position. So he comes into the league a little bit more advanced than most people because of his pedigree. His dad can teach him stuff. I'm not familiar, Gary, with Paulson or Debo. I haven't watched him. So I had to, since you brought him up, let me look at him and I'll kind of see where he kind of ranked. But Samuels Jr., who we can get later on now. We can get him later on. And I'm telling you, he can make an impact. I'm not saying he need to start either. What I am saying is, I even though he's a rookie, I don't trust him. I don't like that either. I don't. We need to get some guys that's veteran. And if you get the veterans, my question is, are we really drafting a corner at 8? Or are we going to get those corners later on? I mean, excuse me, at 10. Draft them at 10. If we get veterans at corner now, we're not drafting a corner at 10. No way. No way. No way. We might get a corner later on, but it won't be at 10. It won't be at 10, y'all. I'm telling y'all that right now. So that brings in, and I don't think for those that were talking defensive linemen, we're not drafting a D1, a Tech 1 guy with number 10. There ain't nobody really there for that anyway. Okay? All right? So we're not drafting there at 10 no defensive tackle. If we're going to get a defensive tackle, that's going to come from free agency. But then when you look at the landscape of where we are at defensive tackle, I don't see them giving up on Tristan Hill. I don't see them giving up on Woods. They definitely ain't giving up on Gallimore. Okay? The jury is still out on Gerald McCoy. I mean, if you keep Gerald McCoy, okay, and the three names, you know, I guess the question mark would be Woods, but if Gallimore and Hill ain't going nowhere, so you know it ain't gonna be defensive tackle at 10. If we get some veterans at corner, we're not drafting a corner at 10. It would make no sense to draft a guy that high to have him as the third cornerback listed or something. That just don't make sense. Okay? Which brings up what Gary's saying. Best player available or trade down. Which goes back to my original stuff. And Gary, here, let me push back on what you said about Slater. Okay. Unless you're telling me about Slater at 10. If you're telling me that Slater, they have in mind for him to play guard, because he can do that too. I know he's a tackle, but he can play guard also. If you're telling me he's playing guard, then I'm down with it. In other words, Connor Williams, goodbye. Or move on somewhere. Not move on, but you lost your starting job. But if you draft a Slater for tackle or at 10 and you're telling me, okay, he's our swing tackle. You don't draft people at 10 to be a swing tackle. You draft people at 10 to start immediately. And as long as Collins and Tyron Smith are there, Slater ain't gonna see the field. Unless, exactly, Gary, unless he plays guard. Now, if you're telling me Slater is gonna play guard, I'm down with that. Because when Tyron Smith retires, you can automatically move Slater to tackle. Or you can move Williams to tackle and keep Slater at guard. You can do that. Okay, I will agree with that. Only if you telling me he's playing guard. But if you telling me he's our next tackle, I don't have time for experiments. I don't have time for my guy who got picked at 10 to be riding the bench all year. I don't know. No. I need impact. So, but when you add up all of those players, once you look at the depth chart, secondary seems the way that we need the most help in. Whether that's by free agency, whether that's by the draft, you know, whatever the case may be, because I really feel like we're about to lose at least 2 out of our 3 starters in the secondary. And somebody going to say, what about Reggie Robinson? Well, if you put Reggie Robinson out there, I mean, isn't that like having another rookie campaign? Reggie Robinson didn't see no field last year. Even though I've heard that they talking about moving him to safety and all that kind of stuff. Okay, that's fine. But even if you put him at safety, if you talking about him starting at safety, which a lot of people are, few people are even mentioning that, well, ain't that like having another rookie? He ain't never played. I don't know what Reggie Robinson can do. It'll be just like putting another rookie out there. We need some veteran help, man. That's why we need to take advantage of this money situation that we've had. Y'all forgive me, Podbean. There's a lot of people over there. Let me see. Okay, Glenn, I see you agree with my statement earlier. I got you. Hey, Gertrude. Hello. Gary, I guess that is you. 1958 Gary. And I'm sorry if I can't pronounce it. It's ASKAN Hosen 293. Welcome to the stage on Podbean. Appreciate you guys for joining in. on that. Thank you so much for helping me out today by giving me your ear. So, what do y'all think? I mean, I see if you're a Cowboy fan on Podbean, what do you guys think? We have 3 free agents that are starters for us in the secondary. I personally don't think that we're gonna sign all 3 back. I just can't see it. If they do, then they'll let you know that we're not really drafting secondary for sure. Then it is interesting. We really, as most of you know, because I've said this for the last few shows, we're really just playing the speculation game because until we know what we're doing with free agency is going to kind of dictate to us where we're going in the draft. Free agency is going to do that. Either by getting somebody or not getting somebody. Free agency is going to tell us what we're really going to do in the draft. It really does. And so what we need to do as Cowboy fans is just pay attention tremendously to what we're getting ready to do, at least in the free agent market. That is going to answer a whole lot of questions. And it's probably going to kind of give us a slight insight on where we're going to do with the draft. It really does. I really just can't see it, y'all. I know some of y'all like the corner. I get it. I get it. I get it. But let me say this. This is not Alabama, okay? I'm sorry. This is not the SEC. What Surtain did at Alabama don't measure up to nothing in the league. It just gave him a high draft. Fairly, Virginia Tech, okay, all right. This is not the ACC. This the NFL, where you see real wide receivers, killers at wide receiver that will make you look real silly if you don't have the skill set to stay with them. And at this point, because the window for the Dallas Cowboys is closing rather quickly, we don't have time for experimentation anywhere at any position on this team. We have to go all in right now. We don't have time to try to figure out if you can play or not. We got to go ahead and put the players that can really play on the field right now. The window is closed. The window is closed. We don't have time to try to find out how good the rookies are. We don't have time for that. Let's draft them and find out in practice. On Sundays, we need the best 11 on offense and defense to be playing. We got to win now. We got where I'm looking at it, with the bodies on the offensive line is breaking down. We got about a 2-year gap to get this thing done before the tires fall off on some of our linemen. We got a 2-year gap. 2 years. That's the way I see it. Tyron Smith probably won't be here in another 2 years. So I get the pick. Yeah, exactly, Mike. Exactly. I see you agree with me. That's all we got. So we don't have time for experimenting, which means we got to take the approach like the Bucs did. We may not gonna need to go buy everybody, but we need to have that approach, that all-in approach now. And it starts in free agency. If we don't have time for rookie cornerbacks, I'm sorry. Some of y'all, we need to get younger. Get younger later on down in the draft. At number 10, I need a guy. If we're gonna draft at 10, now if we going back in the draft or trading down, then what I'm saying ain't, forget it. But if we are drafting at 10, that guy needs to be on the field immediately. immediately. And if it's not, as I said earlier, if it's not Sewell, the kid from Oregon, and chances are he won't be there. I get that. But I'm saying if it's Sewell or Pitts that's there, there's a no-brainer to me, especially in the case of Sewell. You know, I love Pitts. But in the case, if Sewell is there at 10, I'm taking him over Pitts, even though I want Pitts bad. But Sewell is going to play at least 12 years. And Sewell is going to be dominant in his first year. Sewell may be an all-pro in his very first year. That's how good I think he is. When I look at Sewell and I look at Pitts, those are the only two guys. And I'm not gonna give Trevor Lawrence, this type of credit yet, because I got to see how it's kind of hard to judge him. It's all really depending upon what kind of line he gonna have in Jacksonville. He's very, very, very talented. But when I look at Sewell and I look at Pitts, I see Hall of Fame talent. That's what I see. I'm talking about rare, special type guys. I ain't even talking about Pro Bowl talent, because everybody can make the Pro Bowl. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about all-pro, Hall of Fame talent. I only see two guys that jump off the screen. Sewell and Pitts. That's it. And if one of those two guys are there at 10, I don't care what we need. You draft one of those two, if they're there. And if both of them are gone, then this is when it gets real interesting. Because some of y'all said linebacker. Parsons at 10, I just can't. I don't know. I can't see it. Some of you may say we need to get a defensive tackle, but we ain't heard a defensive tackle name that was that good at to be categorized as maybe a number 10 pick. We don't. There's nobody that stands out like that. Nobody. Let me throw another name up that we keep. Well, no, I'll leave that one alone. I just can't see that. So when you look at it, and depending on the free agency, what Gary Bryant said earlier may really come into play, y'all, and that is trading back in the draft, which really wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, I'm serious. I really would not be mad. The only way I would be mad is unless we don't get adequate trade value for the number 10 pick. It really wouldn't be. Look, here's my automatics. I'm going to say it again. If Pitts and Sewell are there, you got to take one of them. I mean, you got to take them. These are generational type players. These guys are going to get a gold jacket one day. I'm already on the record. Pitts will come into this league right now and will be an all-pro his first year, depending on, of course, where he play and who the quarterback is. Pitts has that type of talent. Immediate impact. All-pro. First year. Sewell. All-pro. First year. Rookie year. No question in my mind. That's how much I like them. If it's not them two, I agree. Gary. I don't think Sewell would be there. I'm just saying, with all the quarterback talk going on in the first 4-5 picks, some of these guys are going to fall. And depending on, where we are, some of these guys are going to fall. We're going to have a real choice there. Do you want Splash? I mean, Waddle may be there at 10. I mean, I don't think Devontae Smith is going to be there, but he may fall just a little bit. Chase may be there at 10. I'm talking about splash picks. You know what I'm saying? So if it's not those two, and depending on where we are in the secondary, we're not drafting a safety at 10, so we know that. The corners probably will be there, but I'm not sold on rookie cornerbacks. That's me. And I don't think nobody's special enough that you're going to say, hey, we're drafting you. You our starter day one. I just can't see it. I can't. Even though Diggs is pleading hard for his boy Surtain because he played with him. Mike say, would I take Waddle at 10? That's interesting, Mike, because you got to look big picture. Let's just be honest. We're not going to be able to sign Gallup after this year. I mean, I'm just telling the truth. We're not going to be able to sign Gallup. Gallup, if he have another big year, his price going to just keep climbing. Okay? And you hate for somebody to offer him big money and he just walk out the door scotch-free. That's why you hear that's why you keep hearing folks say, let's trade Gallup so we can go and get something for him now, because if we don't do it, he going to walk away, free. Which brings in your question, Waddle at 10. That would solve that problem, wouldn't it? But Gary just brought it again right there. Look, you don't pay a third receiver $17 million, which means what Gary's saying is if you get Waddle, he's not starting over CeeDee Lamb. And then the truth of the matter is you do not pay a slot receiver $17 million. Now, it wouldn't be 17. You wouldn't pay him. You wouldn't. I don't know if you took Gary. I don't know if you're talking about Waddle getting paid that, or because you got to keep in mind a rookie contract. But at 10, you would be paying him a nice piece of change, and you don't pay slot receivers that little money. Money like that. Yeah, Waddle would be a benefit, no question, Mike. I see you. He would open up the middle of the field like no. Oh, no doubt. No doubt. There's no downside for putting a guy like that on your team. The question becomes, how much sense does that make? I say you got Gallup's cap is $17 million. Yeah, you talking about Gallup, exactly. We're not paying Gallup next year. There's no way in the world you're going to be able to pay Cooper. Then you got to keep in mind, CD's numbers, he going to come up eventually before his contract ends. If CD have a big year this year, I would, sooner or later he going to start asking for some more money, to be honest with you. So Waddle would not hurt you on the field. But how much sense would that make to draft him and you still got Gallup there? Somebody got to get on the bench. And Waddle's too good to be sitting on the bench. The starters for next year, if Gallup is there, is Cooper, Gallup, and CD in the slot. That's, or it could be vice versa. Lamb could be on the outside and Gallup, who's good enough. Gallup can play inside too. So Waddle just don't make sense. It makes sense, on Madden. It makes sense on Madden, but in real life, I don't think that would be the pick. I would love to have him. I mean, he would be special with us, no doubt about that. Pitts makes a lot of sense. Not only is he a generational talent and different, but he would make a lot of sense. You got, as of right now, we have Blake Jarwin, Dalton Schultz, Bale as your other tight end. We got 3 tight ends, okay? You draft Pitts, somebody got to go. Dalton Schultz has had such a solid year last year that actually the Dalton Schultz can become, I ain't saying you're getting a lot for him, but you can trade Dalton Schultz and somebody would bite. Bell could be released. I'm just saying. And keep Blake for your second tight end. Can you imagine Pitts and Jarwin from a 2 tight end set? Ooh. Oh my God. Look, I got dreams. Hey, Kill Hazer. I see you say I'm new to podcasting, but can I broadcast without stream? Yes, you're doing that right now I'm doing that on Podbean. If you're on Podbean, listen to me. You can't see me. I'm talking to people that I'm doing it on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope at the same time. Killer Hayes 936. I'm doing that right now. If you're on Podbean, which you are, you can't see me. They can hear me live and in color like you hear me right now. It's just Podbean, they don't do video streaming like that. Yeah, exactly, Gary. 12 personnel, 2 tight end set. Oh my God. Can you imagine Jarwin and Pitts together? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. See, this would carry the off Pitts on the offense. Now we talking about what Dak did just last year. Oh my God, you put Pitts to this. It would be unbelievable. The numbers that will come from this. Let me tell y'all something. I'm sorry, but I guess I'm pushing Pitts, but I done told. Look, if you put Pitts on this team, do you know how much pressure a defensive coordinator is going to have every single week dealing with this team? Think about it. On one offensive formation, this is what you can have with Pitts out there. You can run a 3 wide receiver set and Pitts at tight end, and then Ezekiel Elliott coming out the backfield. Who you going to double? And whoever you double, you leaving one-on-one on the other side. If you roll the coverage to Cooper, okay. Then I got one-on-one with Gallup and Lamb and Pitts. Then I got Ezekiel Elliott who can catch the ball out the backfield. And let me throw this in. If you have Pitts and you got Cooper, Lamb, and Gallup out there, you ain't stacking the box. No. Lord have mercy. Look, if you stack the box, yeah, exactly. I forgot about Pollard. You can put Pollard out there with Ezekiel. Look, you can. Matter of fact, let's just call it like it is. I forgot about that. With something that Kellen Moore haven't done too much. If you put Pitts, Cooper, Lamb, Gallup, and then a shotgun on one side, you got Pollard, and on the other side, you got Ezekiel Elliott. Who you gonna guard? Who? If you take away Cooper, okay, all right, take away Cooper, fine. That means I got Lamb 1-on-1. I got Gallup 1-on-1. I got no 8-man box, as Michael Evans just said, which means I can run out of that. And Ezekiel Elliott ain't seen no 7-man boxes in so long. It's ridiculous. But you get a Pitts there. This is what it does. And if you did put 8 men in a box, Dak Prescott is gonna have 40 touchdowns this year. Cause can't nobody guard that. Look, when you I'm serious. I'm sorry. I'm daydreaming right now. Look, if you have Pitts on this team and that formation I'm just talking about, let me tell y'all something. You can have the AFC Pro Bowl team out there on defense. They couldn't guard it. You can't guard that. Y'all think Dak was showing out before he got hurt before. You get Pitts on this thing. I promise you, we'll see things that we ain't never seen before. This would be the most look, other than maybe the Chiefs, the Cowboys with Pitts there will be the without a doubt the most explosive offense in the league. I personally want Pitts because I want that type of pressure. I want 35 points a game. Yeah, exactly, Gary. You let Ezekiel Elliott start running and ain't got a loaded box and watch what start happening. Can you imagine the play action game with Pitts there? Oh, what? Can you imagine? I don't know if y'all watch football people. Football people know what I'm talking about. Can you imagine? Thank you for Glenn for helping Killer Hayes out, 936. He's telling the truth, Glenn. This is a perfect platform. Podbean is awesome. Can you imagine? Yeah, James. See, y'all starting to see what I'm talking about. James, you're right. It's a nightmare on Dallas Street. Look, coordinators wouldn't get no sleep during that week. I mean, what are you willing? What do you want to take out? If you say, okay, like everybody say for the last year, we got to stop Ezekiel Elliott. We got to, okay. I don't mind putting the ball in the hands of Dak Prescott then. Please stop Ezekiel Elliott. Please commit 8 to the box. Please. I'm begging you. I'll take my chances then. I didn't have this kind of confidence before in Dak Prescott. I got it now. You want to take Ezekiel Elliott out? Okay, fine. Cool. Let's go to work. See, they could do it. So everybody kind of confused. Y'all forgot. They could do that last year because Dak wasn't there. Andy Dalton was there. Ben DiNucci was there. Gilbert was there. Yeah, of course you're going to stack the box. But with Prescott there now, please put up 8 people in the box. Please. 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 I'm begging you. If I got Kyle Pitts, I don't care if I don't. We didn't have Kyle Pitts last year. You saw what Dak was doing. Please load the box up this year, even if you don't have Pitts. I take my chance with Dak, with Lamb there now. But Lord have mercy, if you get Kyle Pitts, man. Oh my God. Woo. Oh, we have one of the top 2 or 3 offenses in the league. And you're gonna have to score to beat us. Because we gonna score. We will score. I have no question. And what we need then. See, you draft Kyle Pitts. Let me show you how much I believe in Pitts, y'all. Let me show y'all. Some of y'all ain't gonna like what I'm gonna say. I don't care. If we draft Kyle Pitts, y'all, in the first round at 10, if he's there, every other pick from that point on can be defense. From the second round to the compensatory picks, all the way to the 7th round, you can go defense then. But if Kyle Pitts is there at 10, man, forget Slater, man, no. I just can see how we can go to the next level quickly. We ain't got to. Dalton Schultz was solid last year. I'm talking about solid. I was shocked that I knew he could play, but I didn't think he was gonna have such a solid year. Dalton Schultz played good. If y'all think the Schultz had a big year, oh my God. With Andy Dalton. What you think Dalton Schultz would have had if Dak was there? I'm just saying. This Kyle Pitts, I told you he's a generational player. That's my opinion. I see Hall of Fame on him already. He's Shannon Sharp, the Denver Bronco version. Okay? That's what Kyle Pitts reminds me of. He's Shannon Sharp, the Denver Bronco version, part 2. If some of y'all are old enough to remember, some of y'all young folks, y'all not y'all the one you have to look at and find highlights. But for those of us that are old enough, you knew that Shannon Sharpe was a matchup nightmare. That's why Shannon was 4-5 time first team All Pro, Hall of Famer now. You put a linebacker on him, he was too fast. You put a cornerback on him, he was too big. And he can outrun back then some of the cornerbacks. That's how Shannon Sharpe was. He was a complete matchup nightmare. Travis Kelce is a problem. But Travis is not fast. Travis is just big and can run routes. He's fast enough. Can you imagine somebody like Pitts who can run like a wide receiver and he's big, and you try to put a little linebacker on him, he's going to destroy them. If you put a safety on him, he's too big. I mean, a complete walking matchup nightmare. That's who I want. He would make this offense go to the next level immediately. That's what I'm saying. And keep in mind, I'm not knocking Blake Jarwin. For those that remember Blake Jarwin coming out of college, Blake Jarwin was a wide receiver. He has wide receiver speed. Blake Jarwin does. But he's big enough to play tight end. The knock on Jarwin was, can he block? That was really the only thing. He was not better than Jason Witten at blocking. He was not that, but he was more of a threat than Jason Witten. But the question about him is, can he block? Go look at the film on Kyle Pitts from Florida and go watch him block. Pitts is a total different dude. And he would make this offense go immediately to a top. You got to keep in mind, with Dak there, the Cowboys already a top 5 offense. Already. We talking about going to another level, man. I'm serious. That's why I'm saying if he's there at 10, which he probably won't be, I'm so sold on Pitts, I say let's go get him. I'm serious. I don't want Philadelphia to get him. A lot of people got him projected to go to Philadelphia, which actually would be a perfect pick for Jalen Hurts, to be honest with you, Philly. That'll be perfect for Philly. Perfect. Some folks say a quarterback. I don't want him to go to Philadelphia. I want him, anywhere but Philadelphia. I don't want to see him. I want him with us. And that's the pick that I want. I don't want no cornerback at 10. If Pitts is there. And let's throw in this little small factor. Remember the factor of Coach McCarthy. Because his strategy actually went into play last year. We had needs everywhere else, but at 17, what did we get? CeeDee Lamb. Why? You heard Coach McCarthy say in the press conferences he was the best player available. Okay. So they went by McCarthy's kind of game plan last year. So I'm going to assume that we're going to do the same thing this year by drafting the best player available. And if Pitts is there at 10, I have no doubt in my mind, unless it's Sewell there. If Sewell is there, which I doubt tremendously, but if Pitts is there at 10, there's nowhere in the world, y'all, nobody can tell me he would not be the top player on any team draft board. There's no way. My solution, as I leave y'all now, unless y'all keep talking to me, because I'm enjoying y'all comments. My solution is for secondary, since we got money to play with, let's go ahead and shore up at least the safety position. Yeah, let's for number one, let's sure up the safety position. And the only reason why I'm hesitating is because if we re-sign Cheeto back, you're not signing Cheeto back to sit the bench. I think we got to use common sense here. If they re-sign Cheeto is your starter next year with Diggs. I like it. The only problem I have with Cheeto, he can't stay on the field. Yeah. Gary, y'all see what Gary said. I really do believe, and it would make sense for Philly. I hate to say it, but if Pitts is there and Philadelphia is there, I really do feel that Philly would pick him. I really do, and it would make sense. Jalen need a threat that he can rely on. Pitts would give him that immediately. But if we sign Cheeto would be our starter next year. If we sign Cheeto back, Cheeto will be our starter with Diggs, Donovan Wilson, and then go give me some safety help. Give me some safety help. We're not re-signing Cheeto to ride the bench because Cheeto can go actually leave and go start at plenty of teams. So that's the one you really need to be looking for. Now, if we don't sign Cheeto, I'll take some help, veteran help at corner and safety. And then I'm ready to roll. At least with the secondary part. No question about it. But we got to y'all got to pay attention to the moves Cowboys making the next few weeks. It's going to tell us a whole lot. Look for Cheeto Awuzie, who is our other starter, drafted in the second round a couple years ago. If we re-sign him, Gary said, I don't want Cheeto at cornerback. I need a veteran with some dog in him. I see dog in Cheeto, though. It just he stay in the cage too much because he hurt. Donald says, if we sign Cheeto, we're not taking Surtain. Exactly, that's true. I say tackle from Northwestern. Donald, you talking about Slater. We've already talked about him. I don't know when you jumped on or how long you've been listening, but what we've been kind of saying is if Pitts is there at 10, which, if I was a betting man, I'd say he probably won't be. But if he is there at 10, all bets are off, you go get Pitts. Pitts will probably be higher on your draft board than Slater. There's nowhere in the world I can see that Slater is higher than Pitts on anybody's draft board. Anybody's draft board, whatever team. There's no way. And if you're going best player available, you're going to take Pitts. No question about it. None. It's not even a second thought to me. Yeah, you just joining in, Donald, but I'll recap you. We talked about Waddle too. But Waddle, yeah, Gary Slater's a safe pick. That's a conservative type pick. I mean, it's more than conservative. Slater can play guard, so it's a great pick. It's a great pick. I'm just saying, I just believe that Pitt's gonna be higher than him on the Cowboys draft board. How could he not be? Waddle, Donald, since you joined in, we talked about Waddle. The only way that you draft Waddle is really for insurance purposes because you know you're not going to sign Gallup next year. That's the only way. But my pushback to that was, Donald, was that I'm not drafting Waddle at 10 because I don't want to draft a wide receiver at 10 and he automatically becomes your fourth receiver for next year. I mean, think about it. Your starter is Cooper. Gallup is your other outside. which means CD is your third. And if you're talking CD going outside, now if you're talking about trading Gallup, then okay, I get it. But if you're talking about keeping them and getting this year done, you're not drafting nobody at 10 to be your fourth wide receiver. Exactly. Cedric Wilson is there. I mean, Water, obviously, I think is better than Cedric, but that don't mean Cedric is no trash. Cedric ain't no trash. He just can't stay healthy either. That's my only pushback, Donald. You don't draft a guy like Water at 10 and he's coming in fourth on your depth chart, which in actuality, it could stay that way. I think Dak's influence now, he would tell Kellen Moore, he would tell Jerry Jones that I want I want Gallup out there with me. And I believe they're going to honor that. Well, if that's the case, you're not drafting Waddle at 10. Even though Waddle would make a tremendous difference too. If you ran a four receiver set, I mean, good Lord. You take the tight end out. And run a four receiver set, and your four, this is almost too funny just to even dream about. Your four wide receivers are Cooper, Gallup, Waddle, and CeeDee Lamb. I mean, come on, man. That wouldn't even be that'd be unfair. Donald say he believes Sewell going to the Bengals. Yeah, they got. I mean, I said when it came to Sewell and Pitts, Donald, I say this is just my opinion. You may differ, and it's fine because everybody just a little slight analyst now. I said those are the only two guys in the first round that really just jump off the screen. I see Hall of Fame talent with those two guys, Sewell and Pitts. That's what I see. I don't see just a little Pro Bowl, Rick of the Year. No. I'm talking about generational type players. That's what I see when I see Sewell and Pitts. So if one of those two guys are there, that's why I say I'm not even hesitating. I'm taking them. It's not even a discussion. It's not worth even talking about. So appreciate you, Don, for jumping on. You obviously, since you jumping on, you got the same mindset that we got, and you just catching on. Let me go to Podbean real quick, see what they're talking about. If it was or listen to your son trash talk on Madden, he's talking about my son who jumps in. I see you, Glenn. Yeah, I was thinking about bringing him on yesterday for the preview show, but he wasn't here. I did it in the afternoon while he was still at school. So that's pretty much it, y'all, today. Check out the moves. The moves that the Cowboys are making or will make, or the moves that they won't make, will kind of let you guys in on what we're going to be doing draft-wise. If we sign veteran cornerbacks, we're not getting Surtain or Fairley. We may get a cornerback, but they'll be later on. It won't be at 10. If we sign somebody like Sherman or Peterson or Patrick Peterson, those type of guys, we're not drafting a Surtain or a Caleb Fairley. Not at 10. It just wouldn't make sense. You don't draft guys at 10 to become your fourth and fifth corners. That just don't. That's not good. If we draft, if Slater is there, it gets a little interesting, as Gary said. Drafting Slater, I'm not sure about him from this standpoint, Donald. Again, if you're telling me that Slater will be playing guard and Connor Williams will become the swing tackle, then I get it. But if you're telling me that Slater is being drafted as a guard, I mean, as a tackle, then I don't like the pick because Lyle Collins and Smith are your starters. Y'all hold on just a second. This is a very important phone call. I know this is janky, but hey, I'm sorry. Those are your start. Hey, this is Mr. Brooks. All right. A whole unit? Oh my goodness. Can y'all do it? Now? Ooh. Okay, I'll bring it Monday. I'll come and get it. All right. All right. Thank you. You can do that now. Yeah, do it all. Do it all Monday. All right. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye. All right. Y'all forgive me for that, but that was very important. I know that's janky, but hey, it is what it is. I'm sorry. I know some of y'all laughing at me. So Slater, if they take Slater, William Days might be numbered. Actually, to be honest with you, I ain't think about this, Donald. You can actually offer Connor for a trade and get something. He's a first round pick. You can get something for Connor now. There's plenty of teams that'd be glad to have Connor. Connor is not just trash. You know, Connor just had a hard uphill climb. When you being compared to 3 All Pros, hey, E. Kush, I see you. When you being compared to 3 All Pros, which Connor Williams was at the time, remember when he was drafted. I mean, look, you had Smith, All Pro. You had Travis Frederick, All Pro. And then you had Zach Martin, All Pro. So the standard was not Pro Bowl, it was All Pro. And if anybody fell just a little short of that, you know, you're going to get criticized. Now, Connor had a rough opening start, but he was a rookie in there. The expectation was that he would be an All Pro, which he's not. I'm sorry, Gary. You're absolutely right. Second round pick. You're absolutely right. I'm sorry. Connor, the expectations were high. He's gotten better, but he's not a Pro Bowl type guard, but he's solid. He had a bit. Well, last year probably was his best year. Now, if you're telling me Slater gonna play guard, then I get it, Dom. But if you're talking about him being a tackle, well, I'm not drafting the guy at 10. He's gonna be a backup. I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm not wasting that type of pick. When you draft at 10, those guys come in making an immediate impact. They come in starting. They don't come in riding benches. No. They come in to take somebody's position immediately. And so, and they're not, and Slater's not taking Smith or Collins' job. No way. At tackle, right or left. That is not going to happen. So I don't even want to waste a pick. That's why I'm going this back to my square one. I believe I got some witnesses in here. I need Pitts. I don't care what it takes. Yeah, I see you, Glenn. I heard his chips. Yeah, grade A quality, my son. Oh, no doubt about it. I need Pitts, y'all. I'm sorry. That I'm all in on Pitts. And let me kill this last little thing. I'm gonna leave y'all. Now I know I'm finna rub some of y'all the wrong way here. Hey, but it's just me. It's just my opinion. You got your opinion. And I'm about to touch on, I'm finna really push somebody's button right here. Let me push it. I'm gonna close with this because see, I could do another whole show off this last subject. Because some of y'all Cowboy fans, in which we all family. We all family. It's just some of our Cowboy fans just get a little off the edge sometimes. I saw Dez Bryant. Oh, yeah, here we go. Saw Dez Bryant say that, he want to play either with the Cardinals or the Cowboys. Want to play with DeAndre Hopkins and Larry Fitzgerald and, play with Kyler Murray. Then he said, come to the Cowboys. And oh my goodness, Cowboy fans just lit up. Oh, Dez, throw up the X. I'm sorry, y'all. What we getting Dez for? What? I was one of the ones that we shouldn't sign him when we let him go. Exactly. Y'all, I know it's rubbing some of y'all the wrong way. I get it. I understand. I know what he meant to this organization. I love Dez just like y'all do, but when your season is up, your season is up. I was one of the ones that said this about Dez Bryant. I said Dez's skill set does not work with Dak Prescott. Dez's skill set works with a gunslinger type quarterback, one that will throw him the ball no matter what, whether he's covered or not, because Dez had the ability to go get it. Dez really didn't have if you look at a lot of Dez highlights, it is rare when he had real separation. Dez always was amazed. We were amazed by Dez getting the ball when he was covered, jumping over folks, getting the ball like that. Let me tell y'all something. That Dez Bryant ain't living no more. Injuries have caught up with him, okay? He can't jump high like that no more. He never was just a speedster. He's more of a possession receiver, okay? Why do we want to waste a roster spot with Dez Bryant? Forget the feel-good story. We played that role with Jason Witten. When your season is up, your season is up. I'm sorry, y'all. I love Dez. Come on down here and sign this one-day contract. If you want to play with the Cardinals, go on play with the Cardinals. Dez Bryant does not work with Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott needs a wide receiver that can run routes and get open. Dak is not the type of guy to really just throw the ball no matter what, one-on-one, jump ball situation. Dak does not throw that. That's Tony Romo. Romo threw that. Dak don't throw them type balls. Dak want a guy that can run a precise slant route, a precise comeback route. That's why you get Cooper. That's why you get Gallup who can run routes, and Lord knows that's why you got CeeDee Lamb. Okay? We don't need a replay of Dez. Y'all go back and Google the games of Dez last couple of years. Dez didn't see 100 yards. Dez, y'all don't forget, Dez was catching balls, and he wasn't double covered either. Okay, let's get that right. Dez was catching 2 or 3 balls a game for 36 yards. 4 catches for 27 yards. 4 catches for 47. Dez was not doing, come on, y'all. Dez kept the team fired up. He's good at that. Dez is a dog. I give him that. But the skill set left the dog. He was not an impact player the last couple of years. This is just the truth. And some of y'all getting mad now. I know it. Dez will take up a roster spot. If you go get Dez, who you going to cut? Cedric Wilson? For Dez? Somebody who's going to play on maybe 1 or 2 years? What we getting Dez for? He ain't starting. He automatically, if push came to shove, Dez Bryant will be at best your 4th receiver. At best. What in the world we need to go trade to get a 4th receiver for? Sign a guy for a feel-good story? I ain't even looking at some of y'all comments. I almost want to go back and look. Let me look and see. Somebody say they torn on it. You torn because you know what Dez meant to this organization. That's what you're torn over. Plus, you want to see Dez leave out on his own terms. Look, we did that with Jason Witten when he should have been gone, when Blake Jarwin should have been on the field. But because of Jason Witten and the quote-unquote feel-good story, when we all know Jason Witten was not a threat, we let Blake Jarwin sit on the bench for years, I believe 1 or 2 years, when he should have been on the field a whole lot more. Because it was just a feel-good story. We ain't got time for feel-good story. We're trying to win. Now. I don't even want to see Dez coming. We ain't disrespecting Dez like that. Dez can't get his number back. If Dez comes to the count, what number you gonna wear? No. CD don't need to give it. It's 80. No, 88 is gone. I don't want Dez back and he wearing 82 or 80, 87, 80. 89. No. Love that. I love, yeah. Exactly. Y'all see, yeah, Gary, yeah, you go. I see y'all exactly. Exactly. Gary say 59. Yeah. What number you gonna wear? He ain't getting 88 back. What CD would give it to him. CD would give it back to him just out of respect. I don't care if he got 88 back. He is not that Dez Bryant no more. Exactly, Don. Yeah. So I saw Cowboy Nation getting hyped. We talking about feel-good story. Dez Bryant, time in Dallas. And look, I ain't say his time is up. It's just his time is up in Dallas, Texas. His time may not be up somewhere else, but his time is up. We done got, look, we don't need that. He'll be taking up somebody's roster spot. I'm just saying. He would be. He had a decent year in Baltimore, but he wasn't playing a whole lot then. Everybody talking, we need him for the red zone. How you know he can jump some more? I mean, he can't jump like that no more. What you think CD Lamb was there for? Huh? Y'all good? Come on, Cal. Come on, Cal. Let's get back to reality. We need Dez for the red zone. Can he get open? Dak don't throw that ball. Romo was throwing that ball up regardless if somebody was there or not. Regardless if it was Dak, Romo threw it up. Dez come down with it. Dez can't do that no more. Dak don't throw that ball, man. You don't see Dak throwing jump balls to Amari Cooper. You don't see Dak throwing jump balls to Michael Gallup on little fade routes from inside the 5-yard line. You don't see that. You don't see Dak throwing it up. Well, we did see it last year with CD. Barely. Huh? The time is over, man. I don't know why, See, that would get you, those kind of moves there would get you the 18th pick in the draft by signing Dez Bryant. The feel-good stories. Same rules apply to Sean Lee. Somebody need to tell Sean Lee, Doc, we appreciate you, man. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your effort. We realize that when you're on the field, the defense played better. We appreciate all you've done. But it's time. Your time is gone. We got to get younger at the position. We got to go find us a dog. And we thank you for your time. It's the same thing. These feel-good, kumbaya moments. No, I don't want Dez. If we want Dez, this is how I want Dez. And I'm not knocking him because he meant so much to our organization. I love his heart. I love the way he played. But this is all I want from Dez. You come over here and sign this one-day contract and retire as a Dallas Cowboy. That's the only way I want him back. If he go to Arizona, let him go to Arizona. That's fine. There'll be a one-day contract waiting on you after next year where you get to retire as a Dallas Cowboy. That's the only way I want Dez Bryant back. With a one-day contract, saying, we want you to retire as a Cowboy, which I'm quite sure is going to happen. But as far as him at training camp and preseason and OTAs, and no, that we don't need that. We're trying to win right now. If I'm going to get a veteran, give me a veteran that's going to make an impact. Dez Bryant is not going to make an impact. And he would make an impact in the locker room. Unfortunately, I don't want I need impact on the field. I could care less about the locker room. You got Dak now. Okay? You got Dak back. Dak, as much as they say they love Dak, Dak make up for all the locker room presence in the whole on the whole team. We don't need that. We don't need Dez Bryant. Now, some of y'all don't like it. I understand. Some of y'all don't like it. Some of y'all are gonna be watching this replay. Somebody gonna take what I said and put it in they show and they blog and and inadvertently and subliminally talk about what I said. I don't care. Time is up. You had your chance to get Dez a couple years ago. We passed on him. Jerry knew what time it was. Before CD even got to Dallas, when they drafted him, he already had his number for him. Y'all remember that? Jerry said he want him to have number 88. That told you right there that Dallas was not going to sign Dez Bryant. If he was going to sign Dez Bryant, he wouldn't even be talking about giving his number away. And that's before Dez signed with Baltimore. So they told you Jerry wasn't even thinking about bringing Dez back. I don't know why y'all thinking that some fans want him back. I don't know why, but hey. He could teach him. He could teach him. Man, look, Cooper can teach him. Exactly, he could. That's all I'm saying. We got a 1 to 2 year window to win a championship. Dez Bryant does not make that possible. Dez Bryant roster spot would potentially get our 6th or 5th or 6th or 7th round draft pick cut. Think about that. You sign Dez Bryant because you're not going to sign him and then cut him. You sign Dez Bryant for the feel good. He would automatically become the reason why your 5th, 6th, or 7th round draft pick get cut because he got the roster spot. No, ma'am. No, sir. No, ma'am. It don't even make sense. So, no, I close with that. If you're mad about it, you'll be all right. I ain't going to talk about Dez too much more, okay? Y'all going to be okay. I just hit you with a dose of reality saying that Dez Bryant shouldn't be there. Forget a feel-good story. You want Dez Bryant on your team, you can make it happen. Turn on your local PlayStation 4 or 5 or turn on your Xbox and make Dez Bryant be on your Cowboy team. Put him with CD and Cooper and whoever else, and you can play that on Madden. Have your way. Yeah, if you want it that bad, I just gave you the solution. Turn on your PlayStation 5 or 4 or 5, or turn on your Xbox, make the trade or whatever, and sign Dez to the Cowboy team and plug them in. Plug them in. That's all you got. It can happen for you. And I'm quite sure you'll do quite well. I'm sure. I'm sure some of you will do well with that. But he ain't Dez Bryant from 2015 now. He got the same mindset. He got the same heart. But that's not the same skill set that he had. And we don't have time for experimenting and kumbaya moments and, and giving Dez his due, have the crowd go. See, it don't make no sense for a pregame introductions for Dez to come out and get the crowd hype. and he only played 3 plays in a game? Because he's not playing over Gallup. He's not playing over CD. And he's not playing over Cooper. So he automatically becomes, at best, your 4th receiver. And somebody say something about tied in. Dez ain't no tied in. Dez ain't that type of blocker. No, he's not. Dez ain't that type of blocker. He don't block like that. You got to be able to block when you play tied in because you're a part of the running game. Dez ain't no tied in. We don't need Dez. I was looking at y'all don't forget. I'll tell you what. So somebody mad at me about watch this. I want you to Google the last 2 years when Dez was with us, and I understand Dez had a couple injuries. I understand that. But I want you to go look at his stats. Game by game, these are the keys you're looking for. Since he's so incredible and great, name me how many games did he get over 100 yards? Okay, that's the first thing. Second of all, look at the stats that he had and tell me, does his skill set really work with Dak Prescott? And some of y'all gonna be crazy enough to say, man, but Dez was getting double. Dez wasn't getting double. I was watching Janoris Jenkins, Jackrabbit, whatever they call him from the Giants, eat Dez alive one-on-one. Now, when the last time somebody really guarded Dez one-on-one, had the confidence? What defensive coordinator had that type of confidence that you're going to have Dez Bryant guarded one-on-one? Well, Dez wasn't getting double. Watch this. I hate to say it, y'all, but I'm just calling the truth. Look here. Jason Witten was more productive in his last couple of years than Dez Bryant was. Let me go. I'll holler at y'all. I'll see y'all Tuesday because I'm finna make folks just real mad. Y'all look at the stats. Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me. Dez Bryant wouldn't get double teamed and later on like that. Dez Bryant couldn't get open. Skill set. He was hurt. The jump balls, he couldn't jump no more. The man had an Achilles torn, had foot injuries, ankle. He couldn't. Look, y'all. He was not that guy. And some of y'all just want to. I don't know why you want Dez back. Let me turn on my PlayStation. Let me. Oh, Mike Evans, Jackrabbit is available. He'll be a good help. He's a good veteran. He get tore up sometime, but Jackrabbit is a good veteran. Let me go. Let me turn my PlayStation on and let me put Dez on there. Let me see what I'm working with. I mean, I gotta, if I put Dez on the team, I mean I gotta sit Cedric Wilson down. Come on now. On Madden, Cedric Wilson speed, I believe, is in the 90s. Dez Bryant got the speed in Madden like a goddamn tied in. Come on, man. I love Dez. See, some of y'all think look. I got crucified for saying this when Dez was there. Like re-sign Dez. I was saying, man, Dez is no. He does not work. He need a gunslinger. You give Dez Bryant or Aaron Rodgers, somebody that'll launch the ball, Mahomes, or Josh Allen, gunslinger type guys. Kirk Cousins would work with Dez. Tannehill would work with Dez. Those type of guys who just say, hey, this is how I'm going to get my yardage. I'm going to do it. If he's covered, he's open. That's the only guy like Dak Prescott is not that type of quarterback. Dak Prescott is more of a workman, precise type quarterback. If you're covered one-on-one, in his mind saying you're covered. That's how Dak has always played. He don't believe in this. If he's covered, he's open. No, that ain't Dak. If you're covered, you're not getting the ball. That's how Dak. That's how Dak is. Dak got to see you open for to throw you the ball. Just the truth, y'all. So I hate to do that to y'all. Some of y'all mad at me now. I get it. I'm gone. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Again, let's pay attention to the moves of the Cowboys. And that's going to help us dictate at least our thoughts of how this draft thing is really going to go. So I appreciate you guys. Listen, as I leave, as always, I could do this in the middle of the show. Listen, if you like the content or if you like what I do and you want to support me, there it is on your screen, $ the Big Time Show. Become a patron of the show if you're on Podbean. Just click that button that says become a patron and follow those simple instructions, and you can become a patron of the show, and we'll take care of you from there. Listen, I'll see you guys on Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. 7:30 p.m. Central Time. I will see you guys on Tuesday. We're going to have some more fun. If you're mad at me, you're just going to have to stay mad. I don't want Dez. I'm sorry. I don't care. If you're mad at me, I'm sorry. But I don't want Dez Bryant. His time is done. Okay? It is what it is. Great player. Deserves to be in the ring of honor as far as I'm concerned. Great player for us. Great franchise player. He gave his heart and soul. But give your heart and soul and sign that one-day contract and say, thank you for your time, Dallas. Go and retire as a Cowboy, and then they'll put you on the debate line or whether you're a Hall of Fame receiver or not. Just sign a one-day contract and go on. But as far as playing 17 games, you can do that on your local Madden 21 PlayStation or Xbox system. Until then, Tuesday night, 7:30 p.m. I'll see you. Appreciate you guys hanging with me. This is, without a doubt, the Big Time Show.